And good morning, people. Welcome back to Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Last time we were helping out with a case, the legendary busters, regarding the strange rumours, which turned out to be an old man just going up to get some coffee at early times of the morning. However, we're missing Pete from the area, and apparently he's somewhere around here, so we need to go and find him. Shouldn't be too hard, especially when I sort of know where he is. Second or third floor. There he is. Not too far away. Do you know what I am? Because he doesn't. And he's disappeared. Might be related to what we've just witnessed. This particular disappearance. Oh well. Spun the wheel, already got that one. So let's go and see what this new case is. Ghost Cat Building. From Old Man Mizushima, which is the person who was walking around late at night for the cup of coffee. Been looking for so long. Miko. Poor cat. Please find Miko. So, of course, first up, we need to go and talk to him. During a time like this, it's one down-to-earth gig. There's something to be said for it. He'll be waiting at the K Cafe, but he didn't state when. Obviously, he's going to be there early in the morning, but we're going through at the height of daytime, so yeah, you can probably guess how well walking in here is going to do. Apparently cause an earthquake. Didn't you feel something? That's a very centralized and yeah, that's a very centralized location earthquake then. So, early morning, roughly around 2-3 o'clock when he actually goes to the K Cafe. And, well, here he is. How long have you been waiting? We came during the day. Well, let's just go on and get on with this case that you've been asking to do. He's inside the wall. Isn't that the wall where we found Pete for the first time? And there's that earthquake again. We are, yes. Strong digital wave vibrations. There's a huge current coursing through there. So the old intranet connection where Pete was. Is he behind all this? Ah. Don't want to know, it's better not knowing. Knowing what? There's something big brewing in there. We might need to go in there and find out. Forming a cybernetic ley line, a digital line of sorts. So, sort of a digital shift around Nakano. That is not going to be good. It's bad enough around at the moment. Let's not add and pile more on the fire. So, let's go and get to the bottom of this. This is very much different from our first jump in. We have to go through a digital network first. It's something we didn't have to do the first time we came through. There are items around, I'm going to go and pick them up. Hit point spray A, not too bad. And I don't believe there's anything this way? No. In terms of Digimon, the only Digimon I've actually seen in this place is Monzimon. I haven't seen anything else, so if there is anything, it'll be a surprise. Yeah, this is where I need to go. It is essentially a straight route. There is a couple of off turnings, but they all lead to items. So I will be going to get all those first. If I remember correctly, most of the items aren't really that amazing. Windguard Deluxe is a useful item, but I haven't been using them too much, and I can actually buy them, so it's not something I needed to pick up. And having Lotusmon in as the first mover in this particular area against Monzimons, which are vaccine based, is pretty much a guaranteed one-turn victory. Brave Point B, experience for your Digimon if you want it. Again, its use is questionable because you can just go into a few fights or just leave them in a farm and they'll gain experience that way. Ah, something I haven't seen. Gatomon and Black Gatomon. I'm pretty sure I said recently that the game likes doing its polar opposites. Metal Tyrannomon and Metal Greymon, Mega Kabuterimon and Akuamon, Gatomon and Black Gatomon. I think that says a lot about it as well. I'm just waiting for the Angel Woman Lady Devimon one. Although technically we have seen them in the same place with that little scene to make Mastermon. But that doesn't really count for the actual fight, the fight scenes. If we go right here, that will take us to the exit. And this way does lead to an item. 2 really. Friendship times 2. Then that's not too bad. Friendships and Friendship Deluxes improve the cam ability, and that is a little bit more difficult to raise because you have to have them in your party and have them fight battles, and every hit they do they gain 1 cam, and every battle they win they get 1 cam, I think it is. I'm not too sure of the actual numbers. SP Restraint Chip C's, I can buy those and they're only 100 each, so it's not really that worth it for that item, especially as how far you have to go. So yeah, everything here is useful but not essential. And let's face it, experience is not exactly abundant in this area. We're not fighting freeze of anything, and the fights aren't really strong enough to give me a whole lot of experience. But we're through. And we're into a new digital area. So we need to go find Pete. The simple answer to where he is nowhere. We're here to pick up, you can see some digital traces around. We're to pick up those, as well as the items around here. Attack Restraint Bees, again I can buy them, so it's not really too great. So let's see what we've got with these traces. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 1. Announced in 1959, taken 7 years to complete. An lengthy duration was due to a major issue that routinely manifested itself during the process. Underground water leak resulting in an immediate halt to any and all work in the area. A large lake formed and the site was left alone for a long time. And large fish appeared, attracting fishermen, so it sort of become a nature issue. Likely sort of gaining a lot of support from the nature environmentalists. Lots of people bathed there, and at one point a child drowned. Strange Digimon appeared in the middle of my bed. It's so cold in there. These two detectives eventually showed up, Kyoko and Mari. Okay. Don't remember sort of appearing in this person's bed, but apparently that's what they believe happened. Yeah, let's go down here. And this one. Escape gates, they just help you run from battle, so nothing special there. Again, another thing I can buy. Part 2. No blueprints exist. The income doubling plan in order to re-energize the post-war economy. So, since they were in the area, they started on the rebuilding for the Nakano Broadway. So there was never really a blueprint for it, they just built it from how they saw fit. Yoshito really liked this girl named Fuyumi Yuki. Okay. This is the person that Pete was sort of impersonating to get attention. So let's move on, because Pete's nowhere to be found. We're only seeing these digital echoes. Sure. SP restraint check Bs. For being behind a locked wall, level 4, that is quite bad as a particular reward. Ah, there you are. And your woman. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This is the last Digimon I need to really continue on with my Digivolving now. I've got pretty much everything I need to, when I choose to go through the lines that I've got, to work my way up to their final stages for the end of the game. And your woman now is that last one. So pretty much I've got everything I need here. We can just continue on the story parts. No blueprints to draw upon. Concrete was poured and rebar erected, tailored to the land around the site. Was concluded 4 years later. Had 3 underground floors as well as 10 floors above ground. That's a lot bigger than what we've got at the moment. Came at a cost for us at some aspects of the integrity. The escalator only connects to 3 floors. Most of the underground floors have also gone unused in the ensuing years. The gate to from the first floor downwards is locked. So, what's above the the 4th floor? Yoshito Mizushima, which is the person who's asked us on this case, I do believe. The old man. So that's another way forward, and well, we're to the access point. If we go south from here, it takes us to the exit. We can go back if we wanted to. Not what I'm wanted to do right now. So let's go up to this teleporter. We've got 2 more fragments to find, so this should take us to the first of those. Part 4. In most cases, commercial buildings are run by the owners, who control everything from PR to tenants to bylaws. The BW, Broadway, was an exception to the rule from the very start. Shop and residence space alike was sold piecemeal. People who bought the real estate inside the building were then free to utilise it how they pleased, so pretty much anyone who bought a piece owned it. So nothing was drafted up until 8 years after the building, because nothing was set in stone at that point when it first opened. Miko. So, one more piece, and, well, we've got one more teleporter to go through. Apparently, either the Garurumon or the Angemon, more likely the Angemon, drops Friendship Deluxes, which are actually quite nice. 25 cam, saves me having to do a little bit of work with the having them in a battle to increase that. Yeah. Anyways, our last piece, part 5. Once housed a vacuum tube computer. Been brought into the building after the end of World War II by criminals who evaded arrest. Okay. Remains a mystery of why they brought it in. So essentially it became buried and forgotten about. We sort of do. Who are you? Well, hello there. Who are you? Well, one of these is the correct one. Pete is the name that Kyoko gave him, and that was done after the fact that we found him. Yoshito Mizushima is our patron for this case. Everyone called and our patron called him Miko. If you choose any of the other options, you do have to fight him as a Wanyamon. Really, though, you fight him once and everything starts, and this comes along. So, and since the fight is pretty much not worth it, just get the right answer. Darn. Well, I guess you do one good thing, something bad has got to happen. Back when the vacuum tube computer lived in the building away from the family. That's where we used to work. And Miko was everything he had. Eventually it was closed and everything was sealed behind this thick wall. Yeah. Somehow he merged with the computer and became a Digimon. Yeah, he has. Now we can go back to living together. Who knows? Really? He's an old man. Really? Let him live out his life. Not all the mysteries in the world need to be solved. There's some things that need to be kept hidden. So, another case done. Another case solved. Yeah. Without Pete around, we're going to have trouble keeping this couch warm. Maybe we should sleep on it a little bit more. Anyways. Let's use that. 165. I might be close enough to put all my Mega Digimon in my party now, which wouldn't be a bad thing for what's coming up next. What is coming up next? Well, let's go out and show it. Hello, Arata. For wanting us to stay away from you, you're contacting us a whole lot. Come to Odaiba. Examon will be heading back there. So now's our chance to beat him. However, we're to go alone. Obviously he's going to be there. Yeah, we're going up against Examon next time, alone, with Arata. Which is sort of why I want to get all the Digimon on the same team at the moment. All my main Digimon. Let's see if we can. Not quite. I am... that one memory away. Yeah, I've got 17 party memory available. Sakuyamon needs 18. That's a little unfortunate, and I do want to get all my Digimon back to even levels if this is going to be the case. So level 51 or 53 for each one. I'm not sure which I'm going to aim for, but I do want that to happen. So next time I will meet you in Odaiba, since we're going there. And well, we'll face Examon. So until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun. Goodbye.